Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. Can you tell that there's a lot going on out here? Once I got started cleaning out, I just want to take this thing back down to the bare minimum. Paper town, that is. And let me explain, I love all the things out here. There are some things that I'm going to keep, but probably set up a little differently. I have so many decorations out here, and I think part of that was like dismantling the retail store that I had. When I closed that store, I had a lot of things in there that I just didn't want to get rid of, and I guess emotionally I wasn't ready to close the store, but the property that the store was sitting on was constantly under contract. It had been in a family for, I think, 3 generations, and the grandkids were not as interested in keeping up that property as the man who originally bought the property back in the 50s or the 40s, whenever it was. So I held on to a lot of those things and brought them in here, and it's been very inspiring for me to be in here. But look, I run the paper department at a large creative reuse shop, and I have seen over and over and over again, when things get stagnant, like if I don't clean, when I don't clean up like I should, or I do clean up in there, but it is so hard to have time to get to every single part of my department every day. I can't, it's just too large. But we have, for example, a paper table, and it's 2 or 3 really long tables put together, and I am constantly getting in my donations a lot of loose paper, just stacks of paper where people have done collage, or scrapbook paper that's left over from a project, or handmade paper where people have made paper and used part of it and donated the rest. And after a while, after a month or 2, it just turns into a heap, and people quit shopping because it's overwhelming. When I completely clean it and just take it back down to almost a clean table, people suddenly see things they haven't seen in a long time, and the sales start going up, sometimes even with less on the table. So I should know that it's going to be really good for me. I do know, but I should have known before now. It's going to be really good for me to clean this out again and start over. I have things that I love to do out here, but I've gotten myself to a point where I can't really do those things because everything's disjointed. I've brought things in piecemeal, and I know where everything is, and I do projects. I'm such a mess. I've had my shower, but usually I go back and wash my face. I've probably got makeup under my eyes. I don't care. I'm not worried about that. I just wanted to talk to y'all before I go to work. And one reason that I haven't done a video is that I couldn't get to this desk. And I finally decided this morning that I'm just going to clear off the mess where I've got things stacked. I've been cleaning out. But what was I saying? Oh, about I want stations out here, more clearly defined stations. That area back there, if you'll remember, if you've been around for a while, maybe a year or 2 ago, that's where I cut my paper. I have a large guillotine paper cutter over there. I had my paper stacked in the corner back there, like a loose paper for making journals. That's still somewhat intact, but there are other things there that just, I don't know, I think it clutters my mind as much as anything. But I'm going to have, this is going to be a station that's very focused. That is going to be that same station, but it's going to be very focused and cleaned up. I've got my bookshelf for all of the books. In other words, I want things together where I can see stuff. I had an inspiration station in that corner, but it would be more practical for that to be on the bookshelf because I need that tabletop to make paper. I like to make paper out here, and to dye and stain paper. And then my fabric is going over in this corner. I've already put up 2 shelves this morning, and I'm not going out and buying a lot of new stuff. I'm just moving stuff around in a way that is functional, utilitarian, and it'll still be pretty. I'm going to have a lot of knickknacks and decorations. That's just who I am. But I'm tired of what's out here. And I also work at a place where I'm constantly seeing this stuff. I'm surrounded by donations. That's my job. So it's not like I'm not going to be able to purchase things to bring in here. I really also want to, I mentioned a project I was doing with the dollhouse. That has kind of fallen to the wayside because everything's disjointed out here. And I think I've streamlined in my mind, in my thinking, what I really want to focus on. And there are like 5 big areas. So I need to just get all this stuff out and get this functional, and then I can start bringing things in that I like and that inspire me. But anyway, I'm talking too much. I'm going to put the camera on the desk because I want to show you something. I've never bought one of these before. For $1.25, let's see what's in it. Okay, there's so much on this desk. I put a piece of plain paper here, not to hide anything, but because there was so much going on, I don't know if you could even see what's here. So talking about all of that paper where I work and all over that table, I do like to package collage packs. And when I was in the Dollar Tree yesterday, I saw these paper packs. I think I've seen them before, but when I looked at them yesterday, I had kind of a fresh mind, or just a clear mind, because I've been cleaning up out here and thinking about how I can consolidate and get rid of things. So I really wanted to see what they've put in their paper packs for $1.25. It's going to help me at work, and it's also, I'm going to use this. I'm not just going to, look at it and toss it away. But let's see what's in one of these Let's see what's in one of these $1.25 paper packs. Crafter's Square Paper Crafts. Doesn't really say much else except we know it's from the Dollar Tree. So we've got this glittery paper. That's like, and look at all the glitter on this from this. So that's the bad thing about glitter. And it looks like there's going to be some repeats. And I'm wondering if this is going to be the kind of pack where things will coordinate. So there's a lot of these. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. So then what is this? Okay, looks like it was cut with a big cutter that basically pressed these pages together. At least that's what I'm thinking. I like it. It's kind of crinkly. It's not quite construction papery, but it's definitely not a smooth paper. I do like the texture. So we have a lot of these pink pieces here. And so far, I would say everything can coordinate. So I can already see that we don't have to tear all these apart. I can already tell there's going to be a lot of repeats. So we've got the pink. We've got this sort of marbled black and gold that's got the glitter on it from that. And we have quite a bit of this sort of blue-green, that metallic paper. Definitely more blue. Let's put this here. And then we have a stack. So this is heavy paper. That, again, is the thickness maybe of cardstock or watercolor paper. I'm not saying that it's that. I'm just saying it's kind of that weight. And that's pretty. That's a kind of a marbled or mottled look. And then, of course, we have a few pieces of white paper, which really I've got tons of this just already sitting out here. So that is not something I really wanted to purchase in this pack. And when I do my packs at my job, I don't put white paper in with a piece might slip in because I'm dealing with a lot of paper, but I try not to mix white paper in with patterned and colored paper because I know that people are looking for things to work with when they want a collage pack, and nobody wants to collage with all white paper, and if they do, they're not going to be out shopping for collage packs. So at least that's my thinking. So for $1.25, not much variety. We have a lot of this pink. And maybe I will do some sort of craft with this to put in the fun packs. We have the white, which I would just immediately take out and put with my white paper scraps. And this, so there's only one piece of this, and I have a feeling they put something on the front to draw you in. And because this was so compressed, it was hard to tell how much of this you were getting. It's kind of what I thought it would be, so I'm not displeased. It does help me to think about packaging my own paper packs at work. So that, I know that this is not much of a video today, but I wanted to check in pretty soon, I promise. And I'm still working on the fun packs, so that hasn't gone by the wayside. I have several names already on the next list, and I'm still putting things in those. They will be ready very soon. Working on the fun packs. Very soon, you're gonna see a completely different workshop, and I think we're all gonna like it. I know I'm going to love having the space to move around and then bring things back in a different way. So I will be back soon, I promise, and bye for now.